barbering in Georgia. And the supplies that are specifically needed: the curling iron, rat tail comb, the small metal clips, a neck strip to test the iron out, and also some section clips as well. Feel free to add more of these items. You have to do 4 curls on one side and 3 on the top. So it's not something that's specific in terms of saying that you exactly have to have 7 of those metal clips. You can add more if you like, but of course, the most important thing is making sure that whatever you use is sanitary. As you see here, our model has her station set up. Her general supplies are already on the station. She's wiping her station down. And I'll just say it's obviously Danielle. She's our model for today. After she wipes the station down, she puts that used paper towel in the trash and lays out her fresh paper towel to be able to put her specific supplies on for the thermal section. As you notice, her mannequin is set up on the station right now. She has not set them up. She has not put it on the tripod as of yet. And you see she's putting those supplies out in the station that we referred to in the first slide. Now, as she drapes this mannequin, just remember, draping the mannequin is very important in terms of just practicing that. That's an easy way to stumble a little bit if you don't know how to just simply drape your mannequin correctly. So practice that at home. Practice draping your mannequin. Practice if you're going to be using a tripod, set it up close to a table, because they really want to see 2 of the feet of the tripod close to the table or almost touching the table. So if you're going to use a tripod, you want to make sure that you get used to that. Or if you're using just a typical stand that goes on the station, you want to just practice that as well. So as you see, she's already had the mannequin slightly pre-curled. You want to make sure that it doesn't have the curls in it in terms of it being already curled up. But you want to have the essence of that curl there. So that's why the prep is important. Just prepping that mannequin ahead of time. It'll make it a lot easier, because as you see, she's going through the simulation of testing out her iron on the neck strip. But just as a reminder, some states do not allow you to actually plug your iron in, which is why that prepping is so important. So as you see there, she's now testing out the iron on the top and the bottom on her first section, and she's curling that hair around the barrel of the iron, making sure that she's not touching the iron. She's curling it properly to make sure that she gets a nice full curl. She's using the comb to protect the iron on the base of the scalp as she rolls it down. And now she's going to have that comb helper to guide that iron out from the side so that she can see that nice full curl. And now she's going to take her small metal clip and clip it on. So she's pulled her next subsection. Now notice that she's starting from the bottom and working her way to the top. That seems to be the easiest way to be able to do this section. And if you want to see a version of simply curling the mannequin, we're also going to have videos providing that as well, because the pace of this tends to go by fairly quickly in a sense. But always remember that if you've purchased this, you'll be able to rewind it, pause it as much as you need to. But we're going to have other videos as well where we literally will just slow down just doing a curl for those of you that need help with that as well. So we see that the second one is done, and now she's going on to the third. She's testing up the top, she's testing underneath, and she's going to go in and do a curl. Now the barrel size in terms of that iron is really up to you. The 3/4 inch iron I think is the best. There's also other sizes. There's a 1/2 inch barrel, etc. But you want to make sure that you are having enough iron size or having enough width in your iron to make sure that you're able to get those 4 curls on the side and the 3 on the top. All right. Now also too, notice that when she tested out the iron with the neck strip, she did it right before the first curl. She doesn't have to do it for the rest of them. All right. So just as a reminder, she always has to test it out on the hair for each curl. But it's not necessary to actually test it out on the neck strip before every single curl. They just want to see you do it before the very first one, before you get started to test that iron out. And obviously this is simulation, but again, you're just simulating what you would do on a real client. So she has her 4 curls on the side, nice and neat. And now she's going to go on to the top section. Now her ergonomics is important here. She's pulled the hair, or moved the mannequin's head slightly back. She's standing behind the mannequin. Ergonomics means fitting your work to you and not you to your work. So make sure that you get used to moving your mannequin. If you need to, you can always pick up the head and move the head on the tripod or the stand. Don't feel as though you have to be stuck with the mannequin always with its head in one way, because you don't have to be. You want to make sure that you're doing it comfortably. So she's starting on the top, on the back section. All right. And then we're going to see her roll it down after she gets all the way down, all the way to the ends of the hair. And notice how when it comes to curling the hair, you want to make sure that you are bringing the iron all the way to the ends as close as you can, which again speaks to the preparation. You don't want to have a fresh mannequin that you have never done any type of service to, any kind of curls to or sectioning to, or you want to have a mannequin that you've practiced on before. You want to make sure that the hair is at least somewhat even, so that it's not having too many split ends, which will cause the barrel to have issues when it comes to actually curling the hair down. It'll make it a lot more challenging. All right, so again, the purpose of this video is to be able to show you how this is done based on what the state board will require for Georgia. This does affect a lot of other states because many states have a similar test. So again, it just shows you that value in what we're doing here in terms of showing this this simulation. And again, the iron is not plugged in, but you're still able to see those curls. So that she's doing a very good job. So she's done her 5th and 6th curl. Obviously, that's 4 on the side and a total of 3 on the top, which will make 7. And now she is clamping it down. She's starting her curl, using her wrist to be able to turn the iron, and she's bringing it all the way down to the ends while she's clicking the iron so that it opens up. And she will now move her comb to the base of the scalp to protect the scalp from the heat, quote unquote, heat of the iron with this simulation. And she's done. So that's 4 down the side and 3 on the top. Thermal curling section for the state board examination.